Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of May 9th. As always, we'll start out with a few sub shoutouts first. We have Loken143, Tom Hicks, Roy Gerard, Mikey C, and Phantom08. Those are people with public subs. Those are all easy to pronounce. I appreciate that, and I appreciate anybody with non-public subs as well. So let's go ahead and move on to what's new this week in WoW. This week in WoW, let's go ahead and do the world bosses first. We have Animuiz, or I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, up in Suramar. That's the big fella mother. And if you're in North America on the Broken Shore, Brutalis is up again. That was 2 times that he spawned. At least for me, I'm pretty sure that's probably for everybody in the region as well. As far as the Broken Shore goes, the Nether Disruptor will be going down in 8 hours again for North America. Mage Tower is still active. Command Center's about a third built at the moment. Expect that to be probably closer to 50% or more by the end of the day. Probably quite more than that. There's also currently a Legion event in Stormheim, but that's not going to last very long. So let's go ahead and get to the Mythic Plus fixes this week. Mythic Plus fixes this week are Raging, Necrotic, and Fortified. To me, this looks like a dangerous combination, but it also has a plus side. Raging, if you don't know, the boss enrages towards the end. Fortified, the boss is basically stronger, so you have a stronger boss than Raging. That can be a little bit rough, especially towards the end of the Mythic Plus, and if it's a boss with a lot of one-shot mechanics. And then also there's Necrotic, which is going to put a healing debuff on people that stacks. So less healing while bosses. So boss fights are going to be more rough. You're going to definitely have to do the mechanics, especially when you're plus 10 or more, which is what you have to be to have all 3 of these affixes. The good news is that the mobs are easy because they are not buffed at all. So you still have Necrotic, of course, but they're not. The mobs aren't doing any extra damage. There's not extra mobs. They're not. There's no sanguine or volcanic or anything like that. So you do have that going for you. Let's go ahead and get to the events this week. There's not a ton of new stuff this week in WoW, but what we have is the Legion Dungeon event, which gives you a chance to get like an extra thing at the end of a boss. So that can be like a curious coin. It can be another piece of gear. It can be whatever. You just have a chance to get an extra award, extra item when you defeat the final boss in a dungeon. So then coinciding with that is the weekly quest to complete 4 mythic dungeons that can be completed on regular mythic or mythic plus, doesn't matter. And you'll get a piece of heroic Nighthold gear from that. The Dark Moon Fair is going on this week. It technically started on Sunday, but you have that basically all week to get that, do that. Specifically for me, what's relevant is, let's say your profession's stuck, you can always go to the Dark Moon Fair and get +5 to your profession every month. So if you're really kind of stuck on your profession, like you're trying to max it out but you can't quite because of all the materials you need and everything like that, you can always go do that. There's also the Spring Balloon Festival. I'll kind of read the tagline here. The skies are clear, the wind is calm. It's a great day for hot air ballooning. Hop into a hot air balloon, enjoy the scenery, and make some new friends. This lasts from Wednesday to Saturday, so I'll probably check that out since it lasts 4 days. I'm sure I'll have time in one of those 4 days to go check that out. And of course, there is the new quest up in Broken Shore for the next chapter in the storyline, which they release, every week. If there is like a cutscene or a really good dramatic moment, I will definitely post that as well. Like I said, there's not a ton new this week, guys. That's about it. Thumbs up and sub as always, and everyone have a good one.